There's a passion that ignites us, driven by pride, daring, and the desire to excel, fueled by the high-octane love of owners, drivers, and car lovers everywhere. It's a calling for every man and woman to enjoy and live this lifestyle now. Welcome to Cars and Coffee Exposed.
Dana, this car is more than a car. I look at it and I just think it's class personified. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. I love the story behind it. So you were brought home from the hospital in this car.
Yeah, my dad bought it in '62. It's probably a year's worth of his salary. And in 1966, when I was born, my parents drove me home from the hospital, my mother in the passenger seat. The story goes he drove about 8 miles an hour all the way home with a long line of cars because he was so afraid.
Yes.
And my mother was like, he's not gonna brake, Jerry. He's like, ah. And he was just so nervous.
What a great story and a great legacy. So your dad was a car guy, obviously had amazing taste in cars. And it looks, Dana, like a lot of love and care was spent in keeping this car beautiful. Did you do any updates to it, or did you really want to just stay classic?
When I got the car, my dad passed in 2013. And he did a full body off restoration in '95, '96, took out the original 327. And so I started the journey of being true to the car and putting it back to all original, numbers matching. And the only thing I've changed is the paint job. So the lacquer finish would have been the original way to do it. So I did a high gloss clear coat to make sure that it looks sexy and it stays like that.
It's so sexy and classy and just beautiful. You mentioned earlier about it doesn't take curves well, but it's a nice cruiser. Is it a weekly driver, a daily driver?
Not a daily driver. I mean, I could, but it's mostly, you know, going for coffee, doing things like this, showing it off, and it's just fun, you know, having my sexy wife with me in the passenger side. Or Audrey, my granddaughter, or my kids, you know, we go cruising.
Sure. You take your mom for a spin every now and then?
She lives in Boston, and she hasn't seen it since it's been redone, and so we went out and cruised around. And she told me stories. I'm like, okay, tell me some stories. We would race, we would never lose, and I would be waving to the people like, bye. And my dad would be like, Bonnie, stop. You know, it's like we haven't won
yet. So she
yet.
To dig in the knife a little bit. Yeah, I love it. You did such a great job. It looks amazing, and congratulations. It's going to be one that'll be in your family, I'm sure, for years to come. Thank you for sharing it with us, and thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Chelsea.
Absolutely, absolutely, Dana. Thank you.
Your car is stolen. A crisis for you, a tragedy for your community. Theft hurts everyone. Insurance rises, your neighborhood violated. Who will be next? But you can feel more protected and secure with the LoJack system. LoJack brings it back. LoJack's vehicle recovery system will find your vehicle usually within 30 minutes. And with the recent launch of LoJack LE, we're equipping our law enforcement partners with a safer and more efficient way to recover your vehicle. The LoJack app creates a bond of trust, providing enhanced features designed to promote safety and convenience, and you'll always know where your vehicle is. Only LoJack stands with this promise. Receive up to $10,000 reimbursement if your vehicle is not recovered in 30 days. Let LoJack bring back your safety, confidence, and give you a greater driving experience. LoJack brings it back.
What is You're Able? We are a business management system that helps create an exceptional customer experience and improves business operations. As a car enthusiast, you deserve the best, and You're Able is the common denominator. With so many detail shops, endless brands of ceramic coatings, window tint, and paint protection film, it's hard to find the right shop for the job. Shops powered by You're Able understand the care and quality that your investment requires. Avoid shops that are in the race to the bottom. If you want to identify the best providers in your area, make sure they're powered by You're Able.
Get ready for an adrenaline-fueled ride with Cars and Coffee Exposed. It's not just a show, it's a whole new automotive experience. Now's the time to claim your spot as a brand partner for the electrifying 2024 season. Partner with us to inject your brand into our high-octane episodes and connect with car enthusiasts live at Cars and Coffee events nationwide. Rev up your marketing strategy today. Contact carsandcoffeeexposed.com and let's accelerate together.
My name is Mike Burns and I'm from Boynton Beach, Florida. It's a 1957 Corvette. It's on an aftermarket frame, aftermarket engine. Basically, I modernized the car so you can drive it anywhere you want, just like the cars of today. It's all run by a computer, just like all the new cars. It was sitting in a field up in Ohio. My brother saw the car, went back. We bought it from the guy, had it shipped down here. It was black and white, and it was in bad shape, but it did run. So I took it all apart and made the conversion. Well, first off, you get to see a lot of cars, and you pay a little bit of money to get in, and you get surrounded by people that are car lovers. You know, when you see something, you go, that's the one? That's kind of how it happened. I wasn't planning on it being even a Corvette, but it just played out that way. It's a 2001 LS engine.
We're here with Bob Fisher, and Bob, this might be my favorite today. I mean, my God, 31 Cadillac 355A. I've never seen one, and that makes sense because it's what, one of 9?
Yes.
I mean, and it blows my mind. This is a home build. You did all this work yourself.
Friends and family did.
I mean,
yes.
Still, like, it's in impeccable condition. Tell us what inspired this build, and I mean, tell us all the work that you put into it. I want to know it all.
Well, I saw the car for sale on the internet. It had been at a body shop and it was disassembled. And the man was doing it, and the gentleman unfortunately passed away. So his wife tried to finish the car, but she didn't see the vision of finishing the car. She couldn't see the work done. So she sold the car, and luckily I got it.
You got lucky.
Yes.
Really lucky.
Would you like to see a picture of how I brought it home?
Absolutely. How? I'm looking at that picture you just showed us. How did it go from that to this? I mean, what did you do first? Where did you even find parts for it? I have so many questions.
It was luckily it was all there.
Ah.
You cannot get any parts in this car.
No.
So we just started trying to figure out, started at the bottom and put together what I could figure out. And luckily, I knew there was another one of these in North Carolina, and the man let me go up and look at it to get some of the assembly procedures. Yeah, so I can put like the windshield and things in there that I didn't know how to do.
I mean, it's amazing. And you've updated it?
Yes.
I see a radio in there.
We have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, backup camera, GPS, navigation, Corvette drivetrain, LS Corvette drivetrain, air conditioning, just everything a modern car would have.
So it looks like this. It's fast. It's probably one of the most beautiful cars I've seen. I've seen a lot of cars.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And it's absolutely gorgeous. It blows my mind that you did this in your garage. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
I'm like, you need to start your own garage.
Well done.
So it was a labor of love, and she's done now, right?
Yes, she's done.
She's done. I'm sure your wife is happy about that.
She has a 32 Ford Coupe.
Why aren't we talking to her? Thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Thank you.
I hear you're here a lot, so you guys want to take a look at this car in person? Augusta, Coffee and Cars, come take a look at it. Thank you so much, Bob.
Thank you.
Hats off.
Appreciate that.
Raced those cars all over the place, and I whipped her ass with it.
Welcome back to Cars and Coffee Exposed. Indiana is famous for its car culture, and a man who has witnessed a great deal of its history firsthand is Kaz Casimir. At the age of 13, Kaz acquired his first car, a 1931 Model A Ford, and his passion for everything automotive has never let up. Kaz sat down with Cars and Coffee Exposed to talk about his love of cars and gave us a ride in his adorable 1941 Ford pickup. We're here with a local legend, Kaz Casimir. Did I get it right?
Yeah, you got it right.
So nice to meet you.
It's good to be met.
Tell us about this truck and when did you get it? Tell us the history about it.
Okay, this is a 1941 Ford pickup truck. Had it done, painted up like my dad's gas station. My dad had a gas station in 1952 when I was just a little kid. And I remember a truck like that here. It was different. It had a big push bumper on it, and it wasn't slammed like this. You know, poetic license. That's how we started with this one.
Wow. So your dad had a gas station.
Yeah.
And so you grew up around cars.
All the time, all the time. Then he had a junkyard, then he had these other things, so yeah.
Was he a mechanic?
You know what, he couldn't do anything. He couldn't fix anything, but he had, you know, he had a gas station. He could pump gas, all right.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So what was your first car?
My first car was a 1931 Model A Ford. I've still got it.
You still have it?
I still have it.
What year did you buy it?
I was 13 years old, so I'd have to subtract. I don't know what year that was, but
You were 13. Could you
13.
even drive it then?
I did. We drove it up and down the street, and we did everything we're not supposed to do.
Right.
But it was a regular Model A Ford. It was really cool. And then my buddies and I, we chopped the top on it. We did other things to it. One time we put a flathead Ford in it, then a Chevy, and now it's got a turbocharged Offenhauser engine in it.
Your dad sounded like a little bit of a rebel.
He's great, yeah.
So did you guys just go around and start collecting these cars together for
Yeah,
a little while?
I think, well, my father was a big influence because at that time when they had parades and stuff like that, he had old Model T Fords that would run in the parade, you know, spray water on people and all that stuff. And so that's how I got kind of hooked on that stuff. And then from that, I started collecting Model T race cars. I mean, serious cars from the 20s. I had the Indian Gas Special. I had cars like that, but they were all Model T powered with speed equipment from back then. Double overhead camshafts. Everything we have now on these cars, they had in the 20s in race cars.
Do you work on these cars too?
I do. I still pretend like I go to work every morning and I go out to the shop and I pretend like I'm working. I don't get anything done, but
But you turn a wrench or two.
I pretend.
Kaz, if you would just humor us, and let's just go down the list, the inventory list of your collection.
Okay, I've got a 39 Ford with a 331 Cadillac engine in it. It's 3 two-barrel carburetors on it. I'm a traditional hot rodder. I have a 1950 Ford Coupe with a 392 Hemi in it. I got a 73 Corvette that we did a whole tube chassis underneath, and it's all C7 late model Corvette underneath.
Ooh.
I did a 57 Corvette just like that with all modern architecture underneath. Transmissions in the back and the whole thing transaxle. Nobody does that.
Wow.
Just me. I've got a Corvair with a V8 in the back seat.
It's a beautiful car.
I've had Indy cars, the real thing. Matter of fact, the Model A that I have has the spare engine from my 1977 Volstead Indy car that I drove around the track in Indianapolis about 5-6 years ago. We did 8 laps on Carburation Day around the track. Pretty cool stuff. I've got a Volkswagen drag car, the turbocharged VW. I've got a Volkswagen bus, hippie wagon.
Yes.
Yeah, we got all this stuff.
So, Kaz, one of the things that we love about doing this show is we're able to go all over the country and experience car cultures in different regions. Indiana is so rich in that car history. So tell us a little bit about that and how you fit in.
Well, there were more individual car companies in Indiana than there were in Michigan or anywhere else in the country. All kinds of cars we never even heard of, Kokomo and so on. So yeah, the history in Indiana is really deep in that. I'm an old timer compared to everybody else. My grandkids are into tuner cars and so on, you know, but they're still hot rodders. They're as much of a hot rodder as I was when I was a kid. It's just a different class, different setup. That's why I bought that Volkswagen, so I can compete with my grandkids.
And they race as well?
They race those cars all over the place, and I whipped their ass with it.
Your daughters, I'm sure, get a kick out of that. And your grandsons, they probably just worship you.
Well, I don't know about that, but I buy them lunch a lot.
I love it. So you're going to take me for a ride, I hear, today.
I think we should go.
Yes.
I don't know if you're man enough to ride in this thing.
Oh, I'm man enough. Okay. Let's do it.
Oh, my.
Salamat. There we go. It's little.
Yeah, it is. Big guys can't fit in here.
Yeah.
They complain.
But it's, I mean I love it.
It's a farm truck, you know, that's all it is.
What year is this again?
41.
And it's a V8?
It's a Chevy in there, yeah. 57 Chevy.
They wanted farm trucks to go fast, huh?
Well, they didn't. Originally, it had been a Ford Flathead.
This is cool. I like this material.
Yeah. That's classic.
Is it?
Seat cover material from the 50s.
Really?
Yeah. Fenders rub a little bit.
All part of the charm.
It smells like gasoline. Smells like old cars.
Smells like America.
Yep. This is a traditional hot rod.
Yeah.
Those other guys, street rodders, they got, you know, it's all modern stuff.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it like a new car.
Right. They don't make them like they used to, Kaz.
Thank God.
Little glove box here.
Yeah, gas gauge.
There's for your gas gauges?
Mm-hmm. Got to pump the brakes.
Okay.
Synchronizers are going out of the transmission. Clutch is chattering.
Can anybody else drive this besides you?
Yeah, probably not. I got the codes. You notice there's no seat belts in here.
Yeah, I'm holding myself in. I trust you. Trusting you, Kaz, in my life. No oh shit handles either.
No, nothing. Nothing. Just bend over, kiss your ass goodbye.
What does your wife think of your obsession?
You know what? We've gone to all these places.
Have you really?
All over. Yeah, all over. We've been everywhere.
So let's see. We have Indiana, Belvedere, Illinois, New York State Fairgrounds, Wisconsin. I love it. So she shares your passion.
Yeah.
She supports it either way.
She supports it. Oh, we've been so lucky. We've been married forever.
Yeah, that is luck.
Yeah.
And your daughters seem so lovely. They shared some stories with me about their memories of growing up with you and all these amazing cars, and they talked about July 4th and how you would do parades.
Do parades with old Model T Fords, yeah. It's great.
That is just such a core memory for them, I'm sure.
I've been really lucky.
You've been blessed. Talked about earlier about your cars, and you said you left some out, so give me the goods.
I've got a 32 Ford Roadster that I bought in Shadow Hills, California. Mm-hmm. Originally, they wanted like $1,200 to have it shipped. So instead of shipping it, I said, well, I'm save some money. I'm gonna go pick it up. And so I took my oldest daughter and her son, and we went to California. And on the way, we saw the largest ball of twine, the sod house, the Grand Canyon.
So you took that road trip to California thinking it was going to cost you less than $1,200?
Yeah. Came back, it was like $6,000. Saved a lot of money.
But priceless, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a great time.
This has been lovely.
Your car is stolen. A crisis for you. A tragedy for your community. Theft hurts everyone. Insurance rises, your neighborhood violated. Who will be next? But you can feel more protected and secure with the LoJack system. LoJack brings it back. LoJack's vehicle recovery system will find your vehicle usually within 30 minutes. And with the recent launch of LoJack LE, we're equipping our law enforcement partners with a safer and more efficient way to recover your vehicle. The LoJack app creates a bond of trust, providing enhanced features designed to promote safety and convenience, and you'll always know where your vehicle is. Only LoJack stands with this promise. Receive up to $10,000 reimbursement if your vehicle is not recovered in 30 days. Let LoJack bring back your safety, confidence, and give you a greater driving experience. LoJack brings it back.
What is Your Able? We are a business management system that helps create an exceptional customer experience and improves business operations. As a car enthusiast, you deserve the best, and Your Able is the common denominator. With so many detail shops, endless brands of ceramic coatings, window tint, and paint protection film, it's hard to find the right shop for the job. Shops powered by Your Able understand the care and quality that your investment requires. Avoid shops that are in the race to the bottom. If you want to identify the best providers in your area, make sure they're powered by Your Able.
Get ready for an adrenaline-fueled ride with Cars and Coffee Exposed. It's not just a show, it's a whole new automotive experience. Now's the time to claim your spot as a brand partner for the electrifying 2024 season. Partner with us to inject your brand into our high-octane episodes and connect with car enthusiasts live at Cars and Coffee events nationwide. Rev up your marketing strategy today. Contact carsandcoffeeexposed.com and let's accelerate together.
Corey, thank you so much for being with us today. My pleasure. I am so excited to talk about this beauty behind us. It's a rat rod. So tell us a little bit about just the rat rod culture.
I've always been in love with these types of rats, things of that nature. I built the car, found it in Caddo, Oklahoma, off Craigslist of all places. And I always wanted a patina car because I had had nice cars prior, all American steel.
Yeah.
And I wanted to keep the classic look, but yet the resto mod and a ton of power.
It's gorgeous. So yeah, talk about the power.
So the car is actually 5.3 LS1. I bought a Suburban off of Craigslist, and I ditched the entire body of the Suburban, kept the power plant, and sold everything else. And then we put some 66mm turbos on it. Runs a 4L80 transmission that's built with a stage 2 shift kit, 4 9-inch rear end with 3/7 gears, and I'm tuned at 6 pounds of boost on a real mild tune, and I'm getting 600 at the rear.
I love this because there's so many cars that people don't really get to enjoy, but it sounds like you get to enjoy this one.
This one's the most fun going up the highway.
Yeah.
As soon as you hit second gear, it kicks loose and it's smoke. Quarter mile behind you, getting on the highway.
Love it. You have this love of cars, and where did it come from?
I had a couple cars prior to this, and I used to dream when I was in college about twin turbo builds. I thought it was the coolest thing, and I could never afford it to pay somebody to do it, so I had to do it myself. So I've been dreaming of this car since I was 20 years old and 39 now. So
wow, congratulations.
19 years to come to fruition, and
I love it.
There's more in the future.
Is this your first build, or have you done other cars before?
I had done other cars previously, just a few. But this was the first one that I knew I wanted to keep, so it had to be cherry.
How long did it take you?
Well, I'm at 3 years on it now, and still
not done?
They're never done.
We talked to a lot of rat rod owners, and they're never done. That's the beauty of these builds, is that they just, all the parts that are repurposed for these rat rods, I just find it so interesting.
I always like to go by the built, not bought.
What's your investment up to this point?
There's about 50 grand in parts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But labor, I mean.
What's your time worth?
Exactly. What's your time worth?
That's right.
Well, keep working on it. It's beautiful as it is, and we
Thank
can't
you.
wait to see what else you're going to do with it. Keep us
Appreciate that.
Keep us informed.
Thank you,
Thanks so
Chelsea.
much, Corey.
Thank you.